All right, so I went ahead and ran this personal branding campaign here by just typing the word as broad as I can be, which is personal branding, into the keyword finder. And from there, it came back with over 2,000 keywords analyzed. So I said, you know what? I have some extra credits. Let me go ahead and just hit analyze all, which I did. So you're seeing a result of over 2,000 keywords analyzed, which brought back another 6,700 keywords here for you, which I'm not going to analyze. But, and also what I did, second step was that I went and just started deleting some of these keywords that I don't think were relevant, really don't know the niche here. So I just got rid of those as well. And then I also excluded words like Reddit or near me or any of the mentions of languages or cities in different countries as well. And then the next thing I did is to drill down a little bit further is I just looked at the word online. So I clicked on here because I know you're focusing on online branding, and I ran it for these keywords as well, and found a really good keyword to go after immediately. How do I audit my personal brand online? And look at all these low fruits that they found. And this was found from extracted from a PAA when they were analyzing my initial import, which is really cool. And so yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this whole thing for you so you can take a look. So I'm going to unclick that, but all of this to get to your main question of clusters and linking. So I went to clusters and I already did this. So out of the 2,000 keywords, we got 281 clusters. So let's take the words. I just like to get an idea how many words were not in a cluster. So out of the over 2,000 keywords, only 500 didn't make it in a cluster, which is fine. And then let me go back to clusters. Okay. And then now to really answer your question after all that rambling, what I'd like to do from here, I have all my clusters set. So when you see the word clusters, just think pages. So you have 281 pages you have to write. We're going to sort this by volume to see what your biggest cluster is. And in this instance, personal branding is going to be your biggest cluster, which makes sense because this is going to be the biggest keyword to go for. I mean, I'm sure you would love to rank for personal branding, regardless if it says online personal branding or not. Okay, so let's go ahead and back out of that one. Oh, before I go in any further, let me show you where the online clusters fall. So you type online. We have 14 clusters you need to do, so actually 14 pages. You don't care about logo maker, so scratch that. You probably don't want that one, scratch that. Design your own notebook page, probably not that one either. Okay, so here's some good ones for you. How to build a brand online, personal branding online, and how to do your own how to audit your own personal brand online. And then here you have some more keywords as well too. Now, the cool thing here is if you go into personal branding online, let's click through this. We do have, I think they said 8 keywords in this little cluster. Yeah, 8 keywords in this little cluster. And if you're like, wow, I really like this, I'm going to expand this out even more, you can just click on here and then you can keep extracting the SERP out to further build this one out, which is, the amazing thing about low fruits here. Okay, so if we're just looking at this cluster of building a personal brand online, or any of the clusters, pages that need to have the word online as it, you want to talk about how you're going to link them together. Now, unfortunately, there's not a tool that I know that can do this. And I mean, maybe it's not unfortunate because this is where you can use some just brain power to do this and link them how you see fit. So let's take a look at this one. Personal brand for MBA application online. Would you link that to how to do an audit, how to audit your own personal brand online? I would say no. And let's see, because what you can do is you can go personal brand is a representation of your online and offline. What's the meaning of that? That sounds like just like a people also ask question, that a really long SERP. So let me see if this has anything to it. Yeah, I would just scratch all of that. So how to build a brand online, personal branding online, and how to audit your personal brand. I would say this would be like your top, one of these would be your top keywords. And then in this article, you would maybe mention doing an audit. And you're not going to try to rank for the word audit here. You're just going to mention it, and then you're going to link to this page. It's a fully different built up page. So A links to B, and would B link to C, or would B link to A? Yeah, I would say these two would link to each other if this is going to be your main page. Let's see, online personal branding tools for free. So if you wrote this one, I would say, how to build a brand online and how to audit. You could probably throw in this word. So the key here is that you want to take the highest volume article you're going to write, and you'll link down to these sub pages, and those sub pages will also link up. They'll link towards each other here. Okay, so let's take a look at a higher example. So let's get rid of this keyword altogether, and let's sort by volume. So obviously we have personal branding as one page, personal branding sample as another page. We don't care about logos, private label, realtor. Okay, here we go. Building a personal brand. So building a personal brand, this one would be a good one that's linked from either one of these pages, especially like a sample. Like we're talking about a sample, and the sample would link down to building a personal brand. And in this one, you'll link up. So if you're thinking about how silos, top of the silo, it's, to me, I don't see where Google's really treating those any web pages any different. I think it's kind of more of like a marketing SEO lingo just for people to explain their topics, which is fine. But does it give any weight in Google on what is like quote unquote your top one? I don't think so. I think what matters the most is that you're linking relevant pages together, regardless of one is seen as the top or not. So that's how I would go about it. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and export all this for you. All the 2000 analyzed keywords, and also if I can export even the non-analyzed, I'll do that. And I'll also export all the clusters for you.